What is happening, Shady Spotlight fam? The news cycle is moving at lightning speed, and we've got the absolute must-know updates that you can't afford to miss. From unexpected clashes in quiet neighborhoods to viral moments on the sand, and even a fashion statement that's turning heads, we're diving deep into the stories that have everyone talking. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the most talked-about events, because if you're not caught up, you're missing out. Let's jump right in. First up, we're heading to the leafy lanes of Hampstead, where a rock legend is facing a rather unusual battle, one with his own backyard. Apparently, a garden shed has become the center of a major dispute, leading to a rather official order. You won't believe the drama unfolding over a structure that's meant to be a place of relaxation, but has instead become a source of neighborhood friction. We've got all the details on this surprising planning row. Then, we're jetting off to sunnier shores for a story that's all about beach etiquette, or the lack thereof. Imagine setting up your perfect spot, only to have someone else decide it's theirs. This is exactly what happened in a situation that escalated from a simple beach day to a full-blown test of patience. We're talking about a viral moment that perfectly captures that feeling when someone just doesn't respect personal space. Get ready for a tale of beachside battles. Next, we're shifting gears to the world of style, where a well-known personality has stepped out in an outfit that's sparking quite the conversation. We're dissecting a look that's bold, unique, and definitely got people talking. Is it a fashion win or a major miss? We'll break down the aesthetic and why it's become the latest buzz in the style circles. And finally, we're getting you ready for some incredible live music. A dynamic artist is heading to Edinburgh, and we've got the inside scoop on what to expect. From set times to potential surprises and everything in between, we're giving you the ultimate guide to ensure you don't miss a beat. This is your all-access pass to the hottest upcoming shows. Don't miss a single second of these incredible stories. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and ring that bell so you're always in the know with Shady Spotlight. Shedding light on a neighborhood dispute, rock icon faces backyard battle. In a turn of events that has residents of London's affluent Hampstead neighborhood buzzing, legendary Pink Floyd guitarist David Gilmour has been ordered by Camden Council to dismantle a garden shed at his property. The ruling comes after a contentious planning dispute with neighbors who deemed the structure obtrusive and significantly more visually and physically intrusive than what was originally approved. The 79-year-old musician had submitted a retrospective planning application for the 2.5-meter high, 1.9-meter wide, and 2.9-meter deep structure, which replaced an existing summer house and old shed. Neighbors, however, voiced strong objections, accusing Gilmour of being unneighborly and suggesting the application was a deliberately misleading attempt to bypass proper planning procedures. One neighbor, Alex Schinder, stated, "There was no consultation and the action is unneighborly." Another complaint highlighted that the new shed's position against the rear fence prevented it from being obscured by vegetation, a feature of the previous structure. Concerns were also raised about the potential for overlooking, loss of privacy, and overshadowing, despite Gilmour's planning agents, Whitaker Planning, asserting that the development would ensure that there is no adverse impact on neighboring amenity. Whitaker Planning argued that the shed's roof, while above the boundary fence height, would not cause overlooking, privacy loss, or overshadowing. They concluded that the proposal complied with all relevant local and national planning policies and should be granted without delay. Despite these assurances, the Hampstead Hill Gardens Residents Association chairman, Audrey Mandela, called for the shed's complete removal, stating it caused continued harm to neighborhood amenity. The association also expressed concern that the repositioning of the structure was a deliberate act rather than a minor oversight. Gilmour has been given a 1-month ultimatum to move the shed 2.5 meters further from the garden's rear boundary. This is not the first time a garden structure belonging to the rock icon has caused controversy. In 2011, he was ordered to tear down a beach hut at his Hove property, which was deemed an eyesore in a conservation area. Gilmour, who joined Pink Floyd in 1967 and has since released 5 solo albums, is also known for his philanthropic efforts, including donating £3.6 million from the sale of his London home to a homelessness charity. The current shed dispute, however, highlights the delicate balance between personal property development and maintaining neighborly relations in tightly knit communities. But will Gilmour comply with the council's order, or is this shed saga far from over? Next, we're diving into a viral beach dispute that's got everyone talking about personal space. Beach etiquette breakdown, sharing space or stealing spots. In a relatable scenario that's taken social media by storm, one man shared his frustrating experience of dealing with inconsiderate beachgoers, sparking a widespread discussion about public space etiquette. The incident, which occurred on a private beach associated with a condo building, involved a family who repeatedly encroached upon another group's setup, leading to escalating annoyance and a public call for opinions. The narrator detailed how, after meticulously setting up chairs and umbrellas for his extended family, he stepped away briefly. Upon his return, his wife informed him that a man from another group had used their chairs and set up one of their umbrellas. The man then proceeded to move one of the chairs closer to the water, leaving it there after use. The narrator observed the offending family, noting it included a grandfather, wife, their adult children and grandchildren, and admitted to a strong urge to confront the man immediately. The situation escalated later in the day when the wife of the man who had taken their belongings approached a different umbrella, set up for the narrator's in-laws, and placed her belongings and her grandchild's under it for shade. Although the narrator's wife intervened, preventing a more heated exchange, the narrator expressed his annoyance, stating, "That's our umbrella and someone is about to be using it." The wife responded that she was merely seeking shade, but the underlying tension from the earlier incident was palpable. Posting the story on Reddit, the narrator asked, "AITA? Am I the asshole?" seeking community judgment. The responses were divided, with many users agreeing that while sharing public spaces is common, asking for permission before using someone else's setup is crucial. Some commenters pointed out that leaving belongings in communal spaces can be problematic, while others felt the narrator was justified in his frustration, especially after the repeated offenses. The consensus leaned towards the idea that the offending family was being entitled, and that the narrator was right to eventually address the behavior, with his wife's calming influence being a positive factor in de-escalating the immediate confrontation. The story resonated widely, highlighting a common pet peeve for many who frequent beaches or other communal areas. It serves as a reminder that while enjoying shared spaces, respecting personal boundaries and property is key to a harmonious experience. The debate over whether the narrator was in the right or if he overreacted underscores the varying perspectives on what constitutes acceptable behavior in public settings. This beach blunder left many asking who was in the wrong. Now, let's talk about a style choice that's making waves for all the wrong reasons. Fashion forward or fashion faux pas, a bold look sparks debate. A recent public appearance by a well-known personality has ignited a fiery discussion across fashion circles and social media, all thanks to a truly unique and attention-grabbing outfit. The star stepped out in a look that defied conventional style norms, featuring what many described as enormous culottes, paired with a top that initially evoked the casual vibe of a bowling shirt. However, the overall effect was anything but ordinary, drawing comparisons to a surrealist art piece or a futuristic uniform. The ensemble, which includes the eye-catching wide-leg culottes, has been the subject of intense scrutiny. While some critics have praised the boldness and avant-garde nature of the choice, labeling it as a daring fashion statement, others have found it perplexing and even unflattering. The sheer volume and unconventional cut of the trousers have been a particular point of contention, with many struggling to categorize the garment. Comments have ranged from "Is this a fashion trend I'm missing?" to "It looks like she's wearing a tent." This fashion moment isn't just about personal taste. It reflects a broader trend in the entertainment industry, where celebrities are increasingly using their public appearances as a platform for artistic expression and to challenge traditional fashion boundaries. The outfit, whether intentionally or not, has achieved precisely that. It's memorable, it's talked about, and it's certainly not boring. The star's willingness to experiment with such a distinct silhouette suggests a confidence and a desire to push creative limits, even if it means risking polarizing opinions. Fashion commentators are dissecting the look, analyzing the fabric, the draping, and the overall silhouette. Some suggest it's a nod to retro styles with a modern, exaggerated twist, while others see it as a commentary on volume and proportion in contemporary fashion. Regardless of individual interpretation, the outfit has undeniably succeeded in generating buzz and sparking a conversation about what constitutes stylish dressing in the current climate. It's a prime example of how fashion can be both a personal statement and a public spectacle, inviting viewers to engage with and question prevailing aesthetics. The star's stylist, if involved, might be aiming for a high-concept approach that prioritizes artistic impact over conventional appeal. This kind of bold move can sometimes pave the way for new trends or at least influence future fashion directions. For now, the internet is abuzz with opinions, memes, and analyses of this unforgettable fashion moment. Is this a glimpse into the future of fashion, or just a sartorial misstep? Get ready, because we're about to give you the full rundown on an electrifying music event. Chappell Roan's Edinburgh debut, your ultimate fan guide. Following a series of electrifying performances at the Reading and Leeds festivals, the sensational artist Chappell Roan is set to grace Edinburgh with her presence for two highly anticipated, sold-out shows at the Royal Highland Centre on August 26th and 27th. Known for her vibrant stage presence and catchy hits like Good Luck, Babe, and Pink Pony Club, Roan, often dubbed the Midwest Princess, is poised to deliver unforgettable nights for her Scottish fans. For those attending, doors are scheduled to open at 4:00 p.m., with the entire event concluding around 10:30 p.m. While specific set times for the supporting act, Jade, and Chappell Roan herself have not been officially released, industry insiders and fan projections suggest Jade will likely take the stage around 7:30 p.m., followed by Chappell Roan gracing the stage around 8:30 p.m. or 9:00 p.m. Based on her recent festival setlists, fans can expect a high-energy performance featuring fan favorites such as Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl, Feminine Omnin, Hot to Go, and of course, the anthemic Pink Pony Club. The Royal Highland Centre, a spacious venue capable of holding up to 60,000 attendees, will undoubtedly be transformed into Roan's signature Pink Pony Club atmosphere. This follows her massive performance at Reading, where she captivated an audience of 90,000. The support act, Jade, an artist also making waves in the music scene, was confirmed by Roan herself, adding another layer of excitement to the lineup. Fans are encouraged to check venue-specific information closer to the date for any last-minute updates on timings or access. After her Edinburgh engagements, Chappell Roan's tour continues with a stop in Stradbally, Ireland, on August 29th, before she heads back to the United States for a series of performances across New York City, Missouri, and California, as well as a date in Mexico. While fans are eagerly awaiting new music, Roan recently indicated, in an interview with Apple Music's Zane Lowe, that a new album is not imminent, suggesting that the creative process for her next collection of songs could take up to 5 years. This makes her current live shows an even more precious opportunity to experience her unique artistry. With both Edinburgh shows completely sold out, the demand for Chappell Roan's performances is a clear testament to her rapidly growing fanbase and her impact on the current music landscape. Her ability to connect with audiences through her authentic lyrics and dynamic shows solidifies her status as a must-see artist. Will these Edinburgh shows live up to the hype or even surpass it? Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe. And that's a wrap on today's rapid-fire news. We saw a rock legend in a shed-related spat, a beach etiquette battle go viral, a fashion choice that stopped everyone in their tracks, and an exciting preview of an upcoming music spectacle. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this update, subscribe for more, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, drop a comment telling us your thoughts on these stories, and follow us on all our social platforms for even more exclusive content.